God helped me to realize that I overconsume. It was damaging to my finances. It was damaging to my mental well-being because I always had so much physical clutter around me. It was even increasing decision fatigue because realistically, the more options you have, the harder it is to make a decision. Spending less on things and focusing more on what I need has been so liberating. And today, I just want to share 3 tips that have helped me to get decluttered and stay decluttered. Let's jump right in. Step 1. Limit multiples of the same thing. How many sunglasses do you really need? 12? Or is it safe to say you always use the same 2 pairs? Maybe even 1 pair? And what about skincare and hair care products? Do you use everything in that drawer you keep? Or do you always use the same 1 or 2 items, maybe even 3? And I get it. You may want to finish what you have first. I did. As minimal as I like things, I'm also just not fond of being wasteful. So I do encourage you to stop buying more and then finish what you have. In fact, that's a big part of living minimally for me, just not being wasteful. Most of what we buy goes to waste, or it doesn't get used as often as we could use it. I stopped buying and waited to completely run out of everything, and then I picked 1 or 2 items per category and stuck with those items. But in short, you don't need more than one of many items. There are exceptions to this, but always keep that concept in mind. You're also less likely to lose things when you have fewer of them. For instance, if you only have 1 pair of glasses, you will always work to find it when you lose it. But if you just buy a new pair whenever you lose it, well, for one, you're not valuing your possessions, but you're also creating more clutter slowly by yourself by carrying out this principle. It's a slow and devastating practice that just leads to accumulating more and more things unnecessarily. Step 2. Once you get the clutter down, which you should limit to 30 to 60 days or you'll never actually start, then you commit to everything has a space. Don't deviate from this. If there is no space for it, don't bring it home. If you don't need it, don't buy it. For every item you bring in, remove something. This could also be described as only buying replacements or actual needs. Keeping things organized prevents chaos and visual clutter. It also helps you to keep inventory of what you have, making it so much easier to buy less. You can see what you have more easily. So keep emphasis on keeping everything in its place. And if there's no place for it and there's no practical use for it, don't bring it home. Step 3. Stop shopping leisurely and without a compass. That leads to impulse purchases. And believe me, you will justify everything you want when you shop aimlessly. You don't need the shoes, but your brain will tell you these will go perfectly with that bag. You don't need that new home decor item, but your brain will tell you this will look so nice on the mantle. This is dangerous territory for someone trying to declutter. Instead, when you need something, write it on your shopping list and the date. In 30 days, if you still need it, get it. But chances are half the items you write down, you won't actually get them. The exception to this is necessary consumables. If you're out of soap, food, or any necessity that's a consumable, go for it. But you want to buy a new piece of clothing, houseware, gadget, just put it on the 30-day list and revisit it later. These things are easy to implement and cost nothing to start. They're a free practice that you can start today. And believe me when I say I used to waste so much money on things and would wonder all the time where all my money went and why I never had a clean house. It's much easier to maintain a clean space when it's easy to tidy up. If it takes you longer than 30 minutes to tidy up, chances are you have too much. If you clean up and still feel like your house is a mess, you probably have too much. Use these tips to help you to get more organized and stop overspending while taking a small step toward a more minimal and fulfilling life. See you in the next one.